The new Pamprin Family Branch Library opens tomorrow in Ashwaubenon. Construction began 2 years ago, and so many people have been waiting for the opening. And Kristen Allen joining us in studio this morning. You were able to get a look inside. Kristen, what can you tell us?
Good morning. The sheer size of the new facility and the modern amenities are what make it stand out. The executive director of the Brown County Library System says the goal is to eventually give makeovers to other libraries in the system as well. Groundbreaking on the building happened back in May of 2024. The library is on the ground level below an apartment complex for active adults called the Promenade. Last August, the Brown County Library announced the name would be the Pamprin Family Branch after a $250,000 contribution from the Pamprin family. The new library offers 7 study rooms plus a bigger children's area and outdoor space, as well as improved technology. The executive director says the community outgrew the previous space.
This new facility is twice the size of our previous location, and that is intentional. The community has grown in the past 50 years from when the original Ashwaubenon Library opened in 1976, and we're excited that this big new space is ready for the continued growth of the region.
The Pamprin Family Branch Library is on Cormier Road. The grand opening starts tomorrow at 9:15 with a ribbon cutting. There will be family activities as well, such as crafts, a scavenger hunt, along with refreshments, library tours, and performances from children's musician Randy Peterson. Tammy?